Hey, Eddie from the Batcave here. How's everybody doing this week? Have no pools, got a mail call, classic clever, and I got a Grail that I've been hunting down for a long time. But first off, Daniel Tenney, this is for you, buddy. Giant Size Daredevil #1 that I showed you guys last week or the week before, excuse the glare. I read the book. It was a good story. Didn't really care for Gene Colan's art on Daredevil, but it was a good story. This was a reprint from Daredevil Annual #1. So a couple of the books, they do that. So it was not bad. I liked all of them. This cover is better than the annual one that they released on Daredevil. So, all right, Danny, good book. I enjoyed it. It was good. But like I said, and it's my opinion, Gene Colan's art on this was, I don't like him on Daredevil. So there we go. All right, book review. Now, if you haven't read Earth 1 Batman by Jeff Jones and Gary Frank, please do. It's a different take. Love the artwork. I reread this a couple days ago, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I ended up getting volume 2, which I didn't know they had it. I read this the other night. Excuse the glare. So both these books are good. If you see it out and about at a good price, pick it up. Don't pay full price for it because I wouldn't. But find it cheap. Really good. It's a different take on the villains. Killer Croc's in here and all that. The Riddler. I don't know what else to say, but very good story. So there we go. Mail call. Godzilla. I was craving for some monster scenes. All right. I ended up getting Godzilla Awakening. There we go. Artwork is okay for when they draw the human forms. When they drew Godzilla and the giant bat thing, whatever that was, I forgot the name of it. I didn't care for it too much. It was hard to distinguish what part of the body of the monster, like the mouth on that bat, I just couldn't tell what was what on that. Godzilla, I think they could have drawn a little better. I was looking more for the Marvel Godzilla storylines on trade paperback, but I have not seen that yet. So, but I was satisfied with this. It was like because of the release of the movie of Godzilla that came out a couple years back from Legendary and Warner Brothers. So, not a bad story. If you see it for really cheap, get it. All right, a Grail and / classic cover. Hands of Shanghai, Master of Kung Fu #16. See that? Beautiful book. Almost near mint. Pages on the inside, a little yellow on the side, but other than that, it was great. And I bought it because of this gentleman here, folks. That gentleman is my dad. He passed away many years ago. When we were a kid moving back and forth from Connecticut to Massachusetts, when we finally settled in Springfield, he just came out of work, went to the store, and got me this book. And I never forgot it. He said, "Here, read this." And then, excuse the glare. And I read it, and I kept it for the longest time. But when you grow older, you start losing a lot of things. And this book was like a sentimental value to me. I'm glad that I finally picked it up. It brings me back to memories when my dad just drops a comic book on my lap. But this one was the one that stuck out the most. So I'm glad I have it. So that's one of my Grails, guys. Very happy. All right, Spotlight. Let me introduce you to Galactus. His real name is Galan. Came from the planet Ta. Jack Kirby and Stan Lee created him in 1966 on Fantastic Four #48. They wanted a different villain besides Doctor Doom and Magneto and stuff like that. They wanted like a god entity type villain. But, after reading his origin, this guy right here, very good book. I enjoyed it. I read this last night before I came on. I don't think he's really a villain, besides the fact that he's eating the life energy out of the planets. But besides all that, he's a poor soul, just want to be fed. So his name is Galan. He came from the planet Ta. When that planet got destroyed because some weird radiation hitting it. So when he escaped the planet with a bunch of others, the radiation still got him, but his crew members died, but he was the only one survived. So the sentient of the multiverse somehow enveloped him, and he became a different person altogether. So that after he woke up from his sleep, he became Galactus. And when he woke up, like all babies, yo, I'm hungry, I need to eat. So that's what happened with that. So to me, I don't think he's a villain. I just think he's a lost soul, just want to be fed and be happy for the rest of his life. So if you see this book, pick it up. It's not bad. It's actually a good origin story. So that's my boy Galactus. I can't work the buttons because it's not working anymore. That's it. Oh, and I want to give a special shout out to my beloved wife, Sharon Nieves. This lady right here. 32 years marriage, guys. 32 years marriage. And she put up a lot of stuff with my hobbies. As you can see here that I showed you before. She created my Batcave. She created my little studio and stuff like that. She made sure I get my stuff done without me messing up the whole house. So, again, I love you, honey. 32 years together, married. And I hope we have many, many, many more till we're old and gray. And I really appreciate for the stuff that you stand behind me and my hobbies. All right? So that being said, that's it. That's all I have for you guys. Please stay safe, social distance. I keep reminding you that every week. Wear your mask if you have to. If you see a nurse or a doctor, say thank you to them because they're still in the front line fighting this epidemic that we're going through right now, or pandemic. All right. As always, from the Batcave, this is Eddie Nieves and Paul Gray. Paul, that's not a costume. That was actually me. As always, from the Batcave, this is Eddie Nieves. See ya.